Welcome to the 1960 U.S. Grand Prix here at Riverside for the F1 series, as we're here on the start here. And I don't remember what type of car, but we are definitely in a car that's lower down on power. Well, we got everybody else mostly in the right cars. 15 laps. Shouldn't be too big of a deal to get around here. Especially when we have this room here on the turn 1. So go down to turn 2. Then we come out to turn 6 here. So we get down through the gears. Got Robert Drake, Tony Brooks. We got Phil Hill right behind us. Graham Hill behind him. The 3 wide in front of us, they're trying to wreck each other, that's for sure. Dan Gurney right in front of me. So we get by Tony there. Come on, car. Okay, I don't know exactly how fast this car is. I don't think it's going to be able to get to the leaders in time, but there's some cars that are slower and some cars that are faster, obviously. And I kind of just spread them out through the field to see if we can get some type of good racing here. Because I'm trying not to wreck here in turn 7, or turn 8 actually. We went through turn 7 already. Because it's the long version of Riverside, not the short version that NASCAR would have raced on. This would have been the original Grand Prix layout. Besides the fact that we have the kink going in turn 9. And whoever this is flying right by me. That's Graham Hill. And I believe a BRM. If not, then that's a Lotus. One of the Lotuses. It's a lot of Lotuses, a couple of DMRs. Oh, we barely, I think we just missed him. Or not, we grazed him. Luckily, didn't get any damage from that. We got in the dirt a little bit, trying to get around the corner. Got Chuck right in front of us. Chuck Day. Through turns 2. Should be about a half an hour race like I usually do, because I don't like doing the full races unless if it's, you know, under 200 laps. If it's under 200 laps, I can do that. Unless if it's a road course, obviously. Which this is a road course, so I'm obviously going to do a shorter distance. Also because this is a course the AI really only works on kind of sprint type races. I've noticed they really have good racing in sprint type races. Well, later on they kind of just don't work really well. Unless if it's a multi-class race, which is just not what this is. Got Brian Naylor, I think that's how you say his name, Naylor. As we come up to turn 8. This would have been the only time F1 would have ever came to Riverside. Because it would have been between them racing at Sebring and Watkins Glen. And then after this, because in 57 you had the first USAC stock car race there. I don't think Ray USAC stock car is raced until 62 after that. Then the Cup went at 58. West Coast went 60, 61, 63 with all that, and an extra West Coast race that was added there. West Coast race that happened right before the South Side race. I don't remember what numbered race that would have been exactly. All I know is it would have been later in the schedule. And then IndyCar would have came back during, I think, 67, 66 season, and would have came back with USAC here until eventually, I believe, like 83. Somewhere before the first split, or after the first split of IndyCar. So you got a couple of cars in front of us that are just barely slower than us. Jack Brabham and Henley Taylor, ooh, just barely tapped Brabham. I think that's a BRM actually. Oh no, that's a Cooper, I think. Did I say Brabham as a car? No, I think that's a BRM. This is a Cooper, I believe. I'm not good with IndyCar or Formula 1 cars. Besides the Maseratis and Ferraris and the Lotuses. Why did it push like that? Honestly, kind of didn't corral us just a little too much as we messed up the gear there. I got John Surtees in Ireland with Tony Brooks, who was just with us, so must have started racing real hard like we did. Probably on the same skill set as me, actually. Just got through faster. And also because his car is probably faster. My car is not that fast compared to everybody else's. He is on a little bit more of the slower side. Because I believe this is I can't remember how you say the name of the car, but it's definitely a British built car, I believe. Canoe? Iconit, maybe. Almost the wall going to turn 9 way a little too hot through there. Didn't have enough braking initially as we come up to 11 laps to go. Actually, I think this is 12. I think they still haven't passed. Yeah, they've already passed the line. 12 to go. I already did a practice race, and these 15 laps do really go the way I wanted to, where I'm just working my way up, not giving, or the AI giving me the way up. I have to work for it, especially when I get up to the top 4 and top 5. Yeah, because my second gear is a way higher of a gear than ratio-wise than my first gear. I don't know why every time I flip the throttle, it doesn't want to work. So if you're around John Surtees in Ireland, as they were both battling there. Let's come out to turn 8. I always want to be careful in turn 8 because I can easily do what I'm about to do there. Or again in the third, but luckily they didn't get too far in the third. Honestly, it gave me a good exit there. If the car would actually go in the gear. Sterling Moss, Jim Clark, and Brooks, a pretty decent margin away from me. I don't know who's the leader yet. Is Oliver the leader? Or is that a lap car? Oh man. Oliver is the leader. I don't even know who that is. That's a weird entry there. I don't know if that's actually... Because I did make this preset a long time ago, so I can't remember if these are actually real drivers or not. Like for the race. I know a lot of them are, but I don't know about some of them. So I know Brabham, Surtees, Clark, Moss, Brooks, Erlen. I think I already said, no, Graham Hill. Those ones would have definitely been here. I don't know about Oliver though. Go off in the third after missing our apexes. Get this ready just in case if we ever need a pit in this race. Why is it not like going in the first? Every gear seems perfectly fine, but when it goes in the first, it doesn't want to go. Don't think that's a me issue. I think it's the car. Like, it's not the car's fault, but like the way the car would be harder to deal with. We are slowly catching these three in front of us. It seems like Moss is kind of slowed just a little bit for Clark and Brooks. I think Brooks is on like a rampage right now, speed-wise. He was with us, and now he's all the way up there, so I think Brooks has a pretty fast car. I have a decent car that's good during the slow sections, and where the AI has a little problems at sometimes, like over here. Also, the only reason why I added the fuel there is just to make sure if I do need a pit, I have it all ready and don't need to worry about it. Because we do have 10 to go now. And if we do have to pit, I would expect it to be around like lap 13. Which is actually, if anything, I actually have to sleep there. Because I could be wrong, and it could also just be lap 10 as well. Want to make sure that I at least even have enough fuel. So if it does change, then I'll change it accordingly. Oh yeah, Brooks is on a rampage. He just passed Moss and Clark, and I is going after Oliver there. I think really Brooks is my competition. Nobody else. Coninoid? I've never understood how to pronounce this car's name. So again, it's a British-built car. A car, not car. Oh, we're going off. Okay, didn't hit the wall. That's good. If anything, this will help me get off the corner a little bit there, though. If we do have to pit, I'm gonna have to worry about the car being just a little bit more tighter than it was right now, because it is getting a little bit looser. I can kind of swing it more in certain corners if I can get the corner right at first. Then we got Clark and Moss as we're starting to catch them. As we got 10 to go this time. No, we're 9 to go actually. I was a lap off again. Meaning this is NR with the Leary's changing the laps. Or I'm changing the laps. While they change the laps to go, even though there's no laps to go thing. Yeah, Tony Brooks I'm definitely faster in these sections, but it's definitely going to be a little bit longer before I even get to it. And if we do pit, or have to pit, then we're kind of screwed either way. We're going to have to go full bore after we pit. It's kind of a must. Okay, you didn't need to break that much, Clark. Well, that was not what I wanted to happen, but somehow we're fine. Nobody wrecked, so that's all that matters. See, they have straight line speed, I know, especially when I'm in second gear like this. I just have the corner speed. This car is a lot better in cornering than it is on straight line. Oliver's very far ahead anyways, so maybe there's a chance we don't win this race. But if we can try to follow Tony, we might be fine. But obviously Sterling wants to gain a run since our car's not good down the straights. Now he's back in line. Those miles kind of a little tight, washed up in turn 9 there. I'll scoot up a little bit. Definitely slowed down, and first gear is not going again. Oh, here's Tony Brooks. I believe he's in the BRM. I could be wrong again. I can tell the Lotuses and the Maseratis apart, but the Lotus, or the Coopers and the BRMs are very hard for me to remember which one's which. Even though one of them has a very distinctive feature. We get around him, he's gonna get us down a straight, because obviously he has straight line speed, I don't. He might not get us, he might do what Sterling did, where he got to us but just can't make the pass. Maybe the slipstream is really what's getting them. Once they can't get around me, they kind of stall out. That's pretty much where it's at there. Oh, there he comes, he's on the inside. Sterling was trying to do that the last lap, trying to get to my inside, but he didn't have any room. This time, Brooks does, so he passes us back. Getting a little tight off the exit. Gonna cross it over. And we're gonna take second here on lap 9. As we go back through turn 1. Great racing so far. Besides the little checkup incident that we had with, I believe, Clark. Everybody else has been very racy and very respectful, which is how it was back in the days. Very respectful racing, which is exactly what I wanted. There is a gaggle of cars in front of the leader now. Pete Lovely, Burgess in the way. Oh gonna get him. Just too many slow cars in the way here. Got P right in front of us and the Ferrari. They got Bruce McLaren. They got Phil Hill, who we started out with next to us. Wolfgang von Trips in front of us. Or actually not in front of us, in front of Roy Savardori. Savadori? I think that's actually Savadori. If not, then I said it right the first time, or I didn't say it right at all. But we got the slipstream down the long street underneath the Champion Bridge. Kind of put it in there a little bit. And you see Wolf kind of checking up and locking up there as we come up to get 6 to go this time by, as we're the leader now during this lap car brigade. And Trips almost hit us and spun us out there. That was a pretty scary feeling. I thought he was going to clip us and we were going to go into that pit wall, which is not what I want to do. If I did land, if we did spin and we landed in the pits, I would have just pitted just then so I can get good on fuel. Because I mean, might as well. Oh, I should have came down that lap actually. But we can kind of extend our lead on this lap a little bit. Check back in front of us. We've raced a race of 2 worlds, I believe both years it was held. Maybe even Indy, I can't remember. And, okay. First gear just didn't want to work through that whole section. So we're gonna have to pit this lap, so I was right about fuel. We have just enough. 2 over what we need just to make sure we get safe on the gamble. Not gamble, but on our strategy. I can't tell if it actually changes color though, the fuel sign. It is definitely turning, unless it's my eyes, but it's definitely turning more orange now. Because it starts out yellow and I feel like it changes to orange. Because one time I didn't notice it and it was at orange. It's definitely turning to that color, so we're definitely going to pit this lap. If it was still pretty yellow, then I would have stayed out on our lap, but it's starting to get a little bit dark into the orange type phase. If this was the old days, we wouldn't have to worry about speed limits, but since of course I can just kind of blow through it like this. So he's going to take back the lead, but we should be able to get back to him. Because we still got a lot of lap cars to worry about. It's definitely going to be a stretch, but I have a feeling we can get to him if we can get to him before. Oh man, that was close. Thought I was going to tip over for a second. Oh, what a great line through there. We had just the right openings at the right time to get around. As we get by Clark for third once more. They kind of check up just a little bit earlier than they should in this corner. They can go a little bit further. Now we're up on Tony Brooks. Well, that was gonna be our only competition, really. Well, Oliver has been pretty decent at his competition as well. Get around him on the inside. He probably saw me kind of peeking up there, so he's like, I'm just gonna let this guy go. He definitely is faster and knows that he can make it all the way on field, so obviously he's gonna push instead of kind of be a little bit more conservative there in their long run. So getting the slipstream of Chuck here. Just making us fly down the straightaway and the little kink into turn 9. There we go, beautiful. Okay, we got 4 more big ones to throw out here. We gotta make 4 qualifying laps pretty much to get to first place. Go through the third a little bit, that's fine. Go through it again. Oh no, we're actually out of control this time. Not too bad. I thought it was going to be way more sideways than I thought, but we actually kind of kept it pretty straight there. Didn't freak out too bad. Missed the gear there when I was shifting. Oh man. See Oliver there off the corner of the screen just now. Passing by on the right, passing Dan Gurney. Just have to brute force the dirt whenever you get off. You kind of just have to go with it. You can't just be like, oh no, I gotta get back on track. You kind of just have to throw it into it. If you're committing and you already know you're going through the dirt, you might as well commit going through the dirt. Because what else really bad you can do during the S's? Because there's so much room to just do that if you mess up the line anyways, so you might as well use it all up as you can. Oh. Okay, Dan, please get out of the way just a little bit, thanks. Same with you, Brian. Actually, I can get a draft off of you and then leapfrog into Henry and then leapfrog into Oliver, and then we can get around them hopefully before turn 9 or before turn 1. Come on, get a draft. There we go. There we go. Get a good run going down. He checks up for me. Get around Henry there, going down in turn 9. Push just a little bit. Not too bad of a push. Could be worse coming up to 2 to go. Alright, here we go. Here's the battle again. My Riverside experience throughout the years of playing on RE games and stuff like this has given me the experience to drive this thing with complete brute force. Okay, he's definitely gonna get me down here into turn 8 and probably down through the Champions Bridge. Down the back straight. As I'm trying to give him some room if he does get to me. He looked like he checked up a little bit harder than I did through here. So we might be able to pull away off of turn 8. You can see him kind of gain, but since he's on my slipstream, it's not going to gain too fast. Here we go, boys. Last lap as we just got past Oliver on the with 2 to go after having to pit for just enough fuel to make it to the end. And we're setting off some good laps as we're getting closer to Jim Hall, which he's going to be going down 2 laps if we would catch him, but I don't think we will this lap or this race. I'm going to make him 2 laps down, but we will be. If we don't make a mistake through the SSE, our portion of the track, we will be the winner of the USA Grand Prix of 1960 for the F1 series. As we come through the last real test with this car, and we pretty much are going to bring it home here, as we're going to bring home the US Grand Prix and also bring it to my hometown or home state race, as we bring a trophy back to California in a race that's in California. So, if you guys have any suggestions, please put them down. I'm still trying to do that Pan America race. Still don't know how to do it. It's a weird event compared to Mille Miglia, which was recreated on BMG. But if I can somehow do it, I will recreate it. But till then, we're gonna get through turn 9 and we're gonna win the rear side race for the US Grand Prix for 1960 for the F1 series. And we'll see you guys in the next race.